Hi guys, it's Naomi Shops here with my weekly weigh-in. I apologize, I did not do my weekly weigh-in last week. We were getting ready to go out of town, so that's what basically this whole video is going to be about, is my weekly weigh-in and the fact that I gained 2 pounds. It's my own fault. I really didn't plan it out. We made a very last minute trip to Yosemite National Park, which is not too far from our house, but we ended up getting a cottage there and staying there for several days. My son learned to snowboard. But I really didn't put a lot of thought into my food and things like that, and I should have known better because I've been to Yosemite many times and I know there is no internet service whatsoever down there. So that was a huge problem because I couldn't use my phone, my Weight Watchers app, to check points and things like that. So morning I did well because I knew exactly what I was going to eat. I ate my whole wheat toast with peanut butter and a banana. Lunch, I still stuck with my tuna and crackers because I was able to get my hands on that because I brought it, but I didn't bring dinner because I knew there was not going to be any freezers or anything to put my food in. So I was left to kind of decide, well, what do I eat? And that's the problem, is it's so sneaky with salads and things like that, because you could eat a salad that has way more calories than if you just went for the burger, which is yummier to me. So I tried my best. I had chicken breast and some mixed veggies. I think I had a 4-ounce New York steak with veggies another night. And I think I did. And then what did and then I had a piece of salmon with veggies the other night. But I will tell you, I knew right away when I was eating each and every one of those meals that there was a ton of butter on it. So I didn't realize like how bad butter was on Weight Watchers because I really don't use it too often when I make food at home. And usually I'll scan any, frozen foods, things like that. So I don't really pay a lot of attention. But when I got home and I was plugging things in, I just happened to look at butter, and holy moly, that is worth a lot of points. So I can definitely tell you that that was probably my biggest problem with those meals. It wasn't so much the food that I chose, it's how they prepared it. So yeah, 3 days of that did some damage. So I'm working it back off, and hopefully I'll get it off soon. As soon as we got back, I went right back on the wagon and logged in my points that I thought, at least, while we were gone. And, like I said, I don't really know exactly how much I went over because I don't have a real way of knowing except for the scale, and the scale tells me 2 pounds, so that's what I have to go off of. It was a little sad because it wasn't like I was like, yeah, give me cake, ice cream, cookies. I wasn't like having this great joyride or anything. It was just trying to do my best without having a lot of information. And what else? It's my fault because I should have planned a little better. I should have remembered that I couldn't have tracked my points. Although, I don't know. I don't know what I could have done better, except maybe tried to track it a little better. That's it. And I also didn't know for sure, like, the size of steak that you could have for point wise. So, or the salmon. And the salmon was pretty decent sized, and when I put it through, I kind of guessed what I thought the size was, and it was a lot of points. So that's because I haven't eaten a lot of prepared a lot of meat on my own. Usually I get like prepackaged frozen foods, things like that, or I've had chicken. That's the only thing that I really was familiar with points. I used to eat a lot of salmon and stuff on the Dukin diet, but that's totally different from Weight Watchers as far as points go and stuff. So I definitely went too big on my portion size with the meat too. So that was kind of a learning process. So at least, I know when I do go to a restaurant or something, if for some reason I don't bring my phone or something happens, I have an understanding of, a piece of meat should be the size of a deck of cards, which I know that rule from when I did Weight Watchers a long time ago. It shouldn't be bigger than a deck of cards. So just remember that if you don't have your app or you just plug everything in at home and you're at a place. It shouldn't be bigger than a deck of cards. So whatever the deck of cards is how big your meat should be. And even then, it could still, you know, put you high on your points, but at least it keeps it to a minimum. So lesson learned for me. But I had a really good time. I actually think I might put some video from there. I didn't take a lot of footage just because I only brought my phone and I didn't want to waste my battery because I didn't have a charger, my car charger. I only had the one that plugged in at the room. So I didn't want to, you know, waste too much, but plus I like to take things in. I do like a couple of pictures, but I'm really big on just trying to take in the moment, because that's the biggest problem. Is I think we get so obsessed with our phones and our cameras and stuff that we forget to like actually look around and see it outside of that little square box of a camera or our phone. And so I really do try to consciously take that step back and really try to take in everything. So that I keep it a more mental image. It is nice to go back on your phone and go, oh yeah, I remember that. But I think sometimes I lose memories because I was so focused on getting a video of it. And I think that kind of steals from the moment. So, but it was really fun. My son got to learn to snowboard and he did really well. And so we had 2 days of snow and then 2 days without snow. So that was really nice. And the waterfalls were just you know, there was tons of water coming out of them. We just missed one of the falls in Yosemite will turn like a lava color, and it ended up coming like 2 days after we left, because we usually try to time it right around there. So I was really bummed that we didn't get to see the lava waterfall, because it's really pretty cool and exciting. And if you're ever in California and you're here in February, look to see if it's around the time that you're here, because it's an amazing thing to see. I highly recommend it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was nice to spend time with the family and just kind of have a little mini vacation. We haven't had a real vacation in probably over 2 years, so it was just kind of nice to have just a little. We do try to do these like 3-day weekend type things, and since it was one of the presidents, I should know, President's Day, because he gets 2 Mondays off in a row. So we wanted to make sure we used it all. So we did, we left Thursday and then we stayed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, came back on Monday. So it was really nice and I really liked it. And I do apologize, I didn't do a weekly weigh-in because it's important to me too. But I definitely wanted to come on this week because